YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube Community Group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's YouTube Tuesday with me, Jason, here at Barnabas Junction. Yes, back with episode 13. Sorry about last week. We all know what it was like. Still quite warm up here at the moment, but not too bad. It's bearable now, so not a problem. Yes, it was indeed mega hot up here. And so apologies for that, for not doing last week's show, but I'm sure you'll all understand and realise it wasn't really the ideal temperatures to be up in the loft bringing this show to you last week, so big apologies for that. But we are back up here now again with the next episode of this YouTube Tuesday with me, and yeah, it's a lot much better, isn't it? Oh, how did your layout cope with it? I did pop up here on I think it was it Monday night? I think it was Monday evening. I think I popped up here, or Tuesday afternoon. I did pop up here. I managed about 4 or 5 minutes. That was it. And within 2 minutes of me being up here, the sweat was running off me. It was that hot. Yeah, it was astonishingly hot up here. So definitely wasn't the situation to be in to bring you the show. But yeah, we're back here this week. How did your layouts fare with your sheds, bedrooms, lofts, wherever you may have them? Did they have any issues? Did you have any track expansion problems, kinking tracks, stuff like that, bowing, swaying all over the place? I did find a few issues up here, but because the temperatures have now cooled down, most of them have ironed themselves out, if you pardon the pun. Yeah, it's not too bad now. There's still a couple of issues that I had a feeling might arise, but it's basically all it's done is highlighted where I just need to make some minor adjustments for future before I ballast. Yeah, that was indeed actually over the bridge area where we got the 4 tracks going over. They were a little bit wiggly. So good job they weren't ballasted down yet, because yeah, they're only tacked down. I can remove the tacks, straighten out the tracks, tack them back down, and then ballast them over. And also on the far corner, just over there, where we've got the upper line going up the incline and the 3 lines that come round, they were a bit, but thankfully again, they're not ballasted. So a quick fix on them, and we should be all right to go. So I'll make sure I get all that done before any of it is ballasted, and this time leave a little bit extra gap for expansion. I did have a couple of the points that are not actually secured down. The 2 points on either side of the bridge, they kind of lifted a bit, so we had a bit of a ramp over the points. Not a problem. I've still got plenty of work actually to do them. I've still got to put the point motors underneath them as well, so I'm not particularly too fussed on that. And where it is in that corner, I can literally just take the tacks out, straighten the track or straighten the curves out a little bit, make them back smooth again, and then just tack them back down again. But how did your layout do? Let us know in the comments below, in the chat below, if you had any issues. So let's talk to the chat. Let's have a look at who is in the chat tonight. So thank you very much to everyone that is joining us. Let's have a look. Let's take it back to the beginning and have a look. In fact, I've just bloody refreshed it and it's dropped everybody out. So apologies, I can't catch everyone that was in before the live stream. So good evening to Boxcar Jerry, Flymo Chairman 1, Arthur Humphreys, Digger Evans is in, Timo of Blue Tree Models, Gary of Leicester Station is in, Marilyn, hi Marilyn, how are you? New name to the show, I believe, Hot Dog Pilot 63. Well, we were certainly hot dogs last week. So thank you for joining us. Greetings to you. Mark Wilson is in. Good evening, Mark. Who else have we got in? Tico is in. Tico Sprinter. Good evening, Tico. How are you? DRS68. Hello, Barnabas. He says hello to you. Thank you for joining us, DRS. A cracking weekend that was. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my videos of that. Effingham is in. Who else have we got in? Excuse me. Everyone is chatting amongst themselves, obviously before the show as well. CSX Rensville, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Jeff Reedman, Jumble Lane Model Railway is in. Good evening, Jeff. Clive Cobold is in. Skipsy Trains, good evening, Skipsy. Thank you for joining us. Mick of Edgeley Park Station, good evening, Mick. Thank you for joining us. Who else have we got in? I've not said hello. Oh, and DRS68 is there with a fantastic donation on the super chat. Evening, Barnabas. Glad you enjoyed the open day. I certainly did. And I will tell you, and you can tell the guys, all the guys at the depot, best one ever. To me, the best part of it was they put the food in the eatery sections up in the top car part, so it gave more area for the open day to pan out. I thought that was an absolutely fantastic, and it was beautiful sat up there enjoying some of the delicious food that was on offer for the visitors. So yeah, top marks to everybody. Looking forward to the next one. South Line, Southern Line is in. Good evening to you. Newland Railway is also in. Martin Sisma, you're in as Upwell and Amwoods. Aaron, you're in. Don't get caught by the boss. Adam Kerr is in. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Mark of Hemel Model Railway is in. Thank you for joining us. Also, surprise, Jason is talking to me. Flymo after the open day. Escapade. I'm sure Jason will explain. Yes, I can't believe it. I actually, DRS68 was at the event. He says he had been looking at me. He did spot me at one point. He was going to catch up with me, but apparently he said he was going to give me a tour, a personal tour of was it 8809, which was the one right at the far gates of the depot. He had been given permission to allow me to go and get my butt on that train with himself. So commiserations for not catching you up, but I can't believe it. How many times we actually did walk past each other if it was you at the event. But yeah, top marks maybe next time. Take care of yourself on that. Thank you very much for the gesture. Thank you very much, obviously, to DRS, all the staff up there, and the managers for obviously potentially could have made that possible. Mark Wilson says, my main layout in the garage was nice and cool. The other three in the upstairs, fairly cool, but the curtains were drawn. Dave of Swindon Junction is in. Good evening, Dave. Who else? Anyone else? Wilbury Castle Railway and Modelling. Fred is in the house. Good evening, Fred. Thanks for joining us. Not seen you for a while. Where have you been? There we go. New Durham Junction Model Railway. You never know. You might see Mr. Grimm at Whalley, he says. So apologies, by the way, to Craig of New Durham Junction. I didn't catch your show. Craig regularly does a show now before me from 7 till 8 when he's not at work, and he has done one this week. I apologies, Craig, I didn't catch it. I was busy sorting some stuff out before the show, so commiserations. I'll watch it on catch up if that's okay. So before we go any further, before we crack on with what today's show is all about, let's do the usual and let's talk and mention the channel members. So yes, if you're a channel member, thank you very much for your very generous support. It is indeed very much appreciated. These are a list of everybody that does help to support this channel by becoming a channel member. If you would like to become a channel member, there are links in the description and on the homepage of this channel. You can join by helping to support this channel with a donation of as little as 99 pence a month. That's what, 23, 24 pence a week? What can you get for that except your name on this list and behind the scenes access to much of the stuff that goes on at this layout and beyond as well, out in the real world. So if you'd like to become a channel member, links are in the description. Thank you to every one of those, including the all new one, South Line, Southern Line. He joined us last week as a conductor on a channel member. So huge thank you to you, and everybody else, as always, is really, really appreciated of you. But there is something you can do for free, and that is ensure you are subscribed to the channel. And with these YouTube Tuesdays, if you want to chat, you need to be a subscriber. So why not smash that subscribe button, not literally, because you don't want to break your device, and hop on into the chat and join everybody else with us here tonight. Say hello to everyone. Maybe they'll like to see what you've got on your layout. And talking of shout-outs, we're going to have our first shout-out in a little moment. And I know this person that's going to have this shout-out was a recommendation, and they are the person that recommended them and the person that's going to get the shout out. They are in this chat right now, so I have said hi to them. So who will it be? We'll find out very shortly. Right, so it's going to get a bit dusty, so I've got my refreshments. Right, so has anybody here thought about using Seafoam to make realistic trees? Well, I never did until I did that area over there, the countryside scene, and I can't stop doing it now. The trees that they produce are absolutely immaculate. They're just brilliant. I love them doing them, and there's so many trees now appearing on this layout. It's going to be, it's like a woodland. It's slowly becoming a woodland. If for those of you who hadn't yet seen the work on the left-hand side of the bridge and the churchyard where it comes down to the bridge, I'll switch the camera so you can have a look at what I've done already regarding bridges. Sorry, bridges regarding trees. Got bridge on the brain. So I'll switch the camera in a moment and I'll show you what I've done using the Seafoam, which I've got a big box of it here. So this is Seafoam. For those of you who don't know, Seafoam is naturally grown. It's used for a big variety of things. So this is Seafoam, and you can do so much with Seafoam. It's incredible. This is what you produce trees out. Well, I'm going to produce trees out today. There is other things you can do, but this is naturally grown, and you can grow it yourself, surprisingly. But it is cheap and cheerful to just even buy it if you don't want to wait for it to grow yourself. And as I say, we've got a big box of it here. It's great because you can create giant trees, little trees, bushes, weeds. You can create vines, all that sort of stuff, or your hawthorn bushes. You can use, this is so versatile of what you can use it for. So we're going to have a look at doing a little bit of something along those lines. I do already have one tree that I've picked out to start off the show tonight. It is already on the base board, but it's not been applied with the box and the static grasses, so we'll get on with that in a moment. But before we do, let's get on with the very first shout out of the show. So the first shout out of tonight's show, as I said, it was a recommendation from a viewer. It was actually a recommendation from a channel member and a moderator. So yeah, big recommendation for this guy and his channel. Now, we haven't done much overseas recommendations for shout-outs recently, so it's a great idea to actually use this opportunity, and I thought it was a great recommendation to do just that. So tonight's first shout-out goes to Boxcar Jerry. Yes, Boxcar Jerry, he is in the chat right now, so say hello to him. My moderators, Flymo and Digger, will be posting links to his channel in a moment, as soon as possible, actually. And what I would like you to do, if you are not subscribed yet to this channel, please do subscribe. He is literally only 14 subscribers away from the big 1K mark. So I would love for us to smash his 1K mark for him and his channel tonight. Please, come on, let's see his subscribers hit that 1K, 1,000 subscribers tonight. He thoroughly he thoroughly deserves to hit that 1K mark. I've been watching some of Boxcar Jerry's videos for quite some time. He is a big fan, I can see from his cover photo I'm just looking on here on his channel. He's a Conrail fan as well, same as Sparky 107. Good man. So yeah, get onto this channel. Please do subscribe to the channel, interact with the channel as well by dropping some comments on videos, giving some thumbs up on the videos as well. And make sure when you do subscribe, you click on that big bell at the side of the subscribe button. Click it and select all, so you don't miss any future videos from Boxcar Jerry. He is in the chat, and I'm sure he's saying thank you in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm looking at his channel. So let's have a look. Let's see how we're doing on his channel. We're up to 992. 8 more away. Come on, I would like, before I start with any trees, let's get him to the 1K mark. I'm sure he will thoroughly appreciate not only the shout out, but getting him to that big, major milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Just 8 away, says Digger. Come on, guys. Thank you, everybody, saying to Boxcar, saying to everybody. Fan 2 by the look of it. CSX fan 2 by the look of it. It says CSX Rentville. Good man indeed. Beating me by that one. I need 50. Oh, Jeff only needs 15 to 1K. Well, we'll have to do something about that, Jeff, won't we indeed? So we may have. I know I've already got one for next week's shout out, and they're in the chat as well right now. So you might get an idea of who might be in for a shout out. And this the channel that we're going to have next week on the show is literally not even got 20. I think they've got 24 subscribers, either 15 or 24 subscribers. That is it. But we'll come to them next week because I've already. Well, I might just throw a little spanner in the works and do a few extras. I don't know. We'll see how it goes with the show tonight. But we do already have the 3 set. First one being Boxcar Jerry. Let's see how it's done. We can do this. Indeed, we can do. Digger. Excuse me. Let's have a look where he's 5 away. Just 5 away from hitting that 1K subscriber mark. Let's have a look. Let's refresh it again. 5 away. Let's have a look. See if he's. Boxcar Jerry does have an about section. Good man, but Jerry. Always good to have a little bit of something about maybe yourself, your hobby, or your layout on your about section, especially when I come to do these shout outs, because it gives me something to tell you, the audience, because it might just make people think, right, yeah, that's interesting, I will subscribe. So in his about section, professional woodworker, sharing what I've learned and still learning, rail fan, trolley fan, amateur photographer, N-scale model railroader, and video maker. Come experience the places I visit and share in the fun I have bringing you along. I have since moved my woodworking videos and all new content to another channel. I'm sure you'll let us know what that is. Check it out and follow along if it interests you. Check my features channels, follow the link. There we go. So check out Jerry's other channel if you can do as well, if you like woodworking. But yes, Boxcar Jerry, check out his channel. How are we doing? Oh, wow. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Boxcar Jerry is at the 1K subscribers. Give him an absolutely massive round of applause. Fully appreciated, I'm sure. time. Let's have a drink on you, Jerry. There we go. Cheers, Jerry. 1K subscribers. All the best. Time for a beer, says Mick. Fantastic stuff. Well done, everybody. You are absolutely brilliant. But it looks like Jerry's gone a little bit quiet with shock. There he is. Thank you all for getting me there. I'll be sure to check out all your channels. Indeed, he will. Well done, Boxcar and everybody. Let's get on then with what we're doing tonight. So I'm going to change the camera. I'm going to change it to this camera just here, so we can have a look at what I've already done. So bear with me while I switch camera. Okay, so switching the camera. Here we go. Right, so this is what I've done already. Okay, you can see that we've got lots and lots of trees here. There's the church. We've got the churchyard and lots of trees here. I'll take you in for a closer look. You can see that the trees do have some colour on them as well. As with round churchyards, you quite often see like fruit trees knocking about. So we've got some red there for some apple trees. We've got one there and a few apples on this tree just in front of you as well. See if it'll focus. There we go. And this one here has got a bit of yellow blossom on it as well. I'll take it in for a closer look on that. So you can see a bit of yellow on those. There we go. It's focused in. And then we got the red for maybe the apple trees or something like that for these ones. And we do have also the trees which are smaller on the far side to give a bit of perspective, as if you were looking across like so. So how are these done? Well, yes, it is indeed done using Seafoam, and it is really, really easy. Don't be afraid of having a go, because you can't go wrong. There are lots and lots and lots of different ways you can do this, but what I'm going to show you is the straight out the box simple method. All the methods are where you can actually dip the Seafoam into some paint, or paint the branches and the stalks and stems and stuff like that to make it look more realistic wood wise. But I feel that leaving them au naturel, to me, is not much better. I think I can always change it later on if I wish to, because they can be removed. Okay, so I'll spin you around to, here's one I haven't done yet. And I've already made its placement, and it's to start this side. There it is. It's on its lonesome, all on that side. So we'll take it over, and you can see that one has not been done yet. It's got no foliage whatsoever. That is the pure Seafoam. Now, if you were doing a winter scene, you wouldn't necessarily need to actually add anything. You could literally stick that in there as a winter tree. But I do I'm focusing late summer, early autumn, pretty much throughout my layout. Occasionally I'll just do something a little bit different in places. So that's why there's quite a lot of greenery on this. Quite a lot of, you've got the colour of the fruit, potential fruits that will also be on there. Weber Model Railroad, good evening to you. Everything looks awesome. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's have a look, see if there's anyone else that's dropped by that I've not said hello to just yet. I think everyone. Oh, it's Bernie, Crossways Point Junction. Good evening, Bernie. I don't think I've missed anybody else. So good evening to you if you just joined us and I've not said hello. So Weber, good evening, Weber. Thanks for joining us. Right. So how is this done? So simply. So all you will need is a small amount of products. And the main products, so let's switch you back to the table. The main product that I'm using today, and that is this WWScenics Pro Grass Box. Now this box was very, very, and I'm still gobsmacked, this was donated by WWScenics for me, and I'm still to this day, I thank them, Martin, the guys over there at WWScenics, for donating this. So I can bring these kind of shows to you and show you how we work with their products, and also how this box works, and generally just little bits of here and there with things. So this box It's quite a cheap box for it. I think these are about £35, £39, these boxes. So absolutely fantastic box. Word of warning, stuff will go everywhere when using this. I have thought about devising a little cone to sit round it. Maybe I'll do something like that, or even if you sit it inside a box, because stuff will go flying everywhere on this, and wherever your table is, this table is going to get covered in loose bits. But it does have its good side, because the loose bits you can scoop up and reuse later on. So we're using the box. This takes a 9-volt battery. We're going to be using, to match up with what we've got on here, this is 2mm Summer. Okay, this is 2mm Summer, again by WWS. You can get a 1mm, but I'm not sure which ones. 1mm would probably be a little bit better, but I've used 2mm on pretty much all my trees. Occasionally I've done a 4mm because I wanted to do a different type of tree. I think it was me cherry trees over by the footbridge, just over there. I think I used a 4mm on there, and then added some flock on top of it. But we're using the 2mm from WWScenics. Now, this part of it, you don't need to necessarily use this. This is, again, WWScenics Static Grass Layering Spray. There is another spray that they do, and it is primarily all for doing trees, but this is just as good. It is a bit expensive and it's only available in the UK, but that's not a problem. This is extra strong stuff, but you can use hairspray. So if you can't get your hands on this, don't nick the partner's hairspray. Go to the local shop. You can pick up a cheap tin of hairspray for £1 or something like that, and it will do just as good as a job. Maybe not as strong, but it will do pretty much just as good as a job as what we're going to do today here. Okay, so how does this work? Well, let me get the tree. There we are. I've removed that one. So this is Seafoam, and this is a big tree. This one is a big tree. You can break bits off, and I've just noticed there is a section that's loose there. Well, that'll come in handy. That's a smaller piece, and that can be used as a bush. So I'll save that bit. As I say, I've got a box full of it. Now this tree, as you can see, it's very transparent at the moment, so it's ideal for a winter scene. Now this tree did actually start off a big piece about this high, but if you can just see, I don't know if you can, just in the top there, get it to show. Wrong way. There we go. Just there, you can see where I snapped the main stalk off for the remainder. I have kept that bit, which is fine because you're not going to see that once it's got the application made. Now, you will get bits on this Seafoam, just like something like this. You'll get the seed pods. You need to take those off. Do as you wish with them. I pretty much binned all them. There is a couple in here where they've been growing. There's another one. So you need to take those bits because you don't want big chunky sections in the middle. So they will just snap off. And there's one there as well. So we'll snap that off. There it is. Pull that out. It's just fell out. So that's fine. So I'm just going through. There's another one. This is getting quite, because it's been that hot up here. This Seafoam, it was originally quite green when I got it, but because it's been so warm up here, I did look after the trains and stuff, but I forgot to look after the Seafoam, and unfortunately it has dried out, but that's fine, not a problem, because it won't make any odds to this. Yeah, art shops have clear glue spray called mountain spray. Yes, indeed they do. Can't wait to sort my trees out, says New Durham Junction. Sometimes I spray the Seafoam with sleeper grind, gives a nice bark colour. Yeah, indeed you can. So a lot of people, as CSX has just said, they will give, especially from that angle, they will spray the bark area try and get inside there, and just to give the trunks and that a little bit of a darker brown, which is more realistic to trees. But for what you end up seeing on these, I don't bother. But if you wish to, that's totally up to you, and I'm sure it'll have its advantages. So I see many people use hairspray for the turf and foam. Indeed they do. 3M mount spray, yes, you can do that, but don't use carpet spray because that's thick. It's too thick for this. Just looking through everybody, what people are saying. Seafoam is also great to super glue onto old dry roots and trunks. Yes, that's something else. So like this piece here that's broke off, you can actually super glue these bits back on if I wanted to. So say I had a gap that I wanted to fill maybe there, I could super glue that back on. And in fact, you know what? For this, I think we will. We're going to show how that's done. So, would you believe it? I also have WWScenics medium grade super glue, and we also have the super glue activator spray. Now, when I got this, I thought, is it actually good? I have tried this. My word, it is brilliant. This stuff is fantastic. So I'm going to need a spare pair of hands. I know nobody's going to jump out the woodwork. I'm going to get my spare hands. So here we go. Spare pair of hands now here. So let's attach that. Where am I adding this? I'm going to add it just there. Okay. So I will bring it a bit closer, don't worry. Let's tilt that so you can see. Right, there we go. That's better, isn't it? So we're going to add this piece just here to this trunk. Okay, so the piece that broke off, we're going to glue it back on. So let's get the super glue. Again, medium grade, it's 20 grams. And we get the activator spray as well. Let's give that a shake. Now this can be a little bit fiddly. I say you do need a lot of hands to do this. So hopefully doing this on camera, we will be able to achieve what we want. So I'm just going to measure this up now, whereabouts I want it. Don't want it that way. I think that is about right, just there. I hope my hand's not in the way. I'll try and keep my hand out of the picture. So I'm thinking there. That looks like a good place. Yeah, definitely. Right. So I'm going to put a drop just there. Now it's quite thick. It doesn't set instantly because we haven't activated spray it now. So that's there. And as you can see, it's just going to release. And if I can do this without pushing everything and hold it there, we get the activator spray. Oh, spraying my finger. Come on. Is it stuck? Yeah. There we go. That's stuck. Simple as that. Tiny drop of the glue. Activator spray. And that is glued on. So you can see the blob that's left behind because I put a little tiny bit too much on. That is now stuck on. That's solid. As easy as that. So that is glue. Take them off. So that's the glue and the activator spray. Again, the activator spray is only available in the UK. Okay. Right, so let's get some static grassing or bushes on this. Right, get rid of the bits. So for this, we're going to be using the layering spray. So they do a designated one for just trees, but for this I use a layering spray. Of all I've done so far, all the landscaping, all the hillsides, all the trees, this is only my second can, and in 2 years that's how far these go, so it's nothing to worry about. Right, so for this to work, we need to add the clip as a hand. As you can see, the clip is a wire that goes into the box. That's so it creates an electrical current into this. It's not switched on yet, the power button's there. Once it's red, it's on. So if I was to get the static grasses now, put it on, it's literally going to fall off. So I've got to apply the layering spray to create a bond. Before I do, we're going to sprinkle some of the 2mm, and some of it is in balls, onto here. I'll pick the ball bits back up in a moment. That's the balls, pick them up. Don't want to waste any. And this stuff goes a lot. It does go a long way. You might think that's quite a lot. It isn't, because most of this will end up flying across the table. So we've got that into a little pile. Let's put that to one side now. Clydebridge Station, good evening to you. Right, so we need to make this adhesive. This is where this comes on. So I'm just going to take it away from camera for a moment. I'll just do it here. Give this a shake. I have got the window open. Make sure you do this in a well ventilated area. I do actually like the smell of this, so you don't need much. Good old rattle can. So just give it a little spray. Until you start seeing like droplets on it, that's when you know you've got to put enough on. You don't want to put too much on. You don't want to soak it. There we go. Right, so we're ready. Before it dries, let's power it on, and you'll see the grass start dancing. There we go. It's dancing. I always start from the top of the tree to get a coating on the top. Already the grasses are dancing up onto the trees, onto the tree branches. You just basically wave it over. You can make it as thick as you wish or as thin as you wish. Obviously, wherever hasn't got the spray on it will stay bare. And when it stops not sticking anymore, do this, turn it off. I zapped myself when I did this the other day. So there we go, we're already starting. As it say, it is layering spray, and we are going to layer these on as we work. Now we've got quite a bit of a patchy area at the back, so let's clear this. All right, just clearing the nozzle a bit. There we go. So again, we'll add another layer. And what this does, it locks on what you've already done, but it will also gives another bonding stickiness for adding more to it. So again, we're live and we add more. If you go in really close, you'll get a thick covering, which you just have there. If you get too much, you can shake it off. Do not touch that plate while it's powered on. Just a word of warning. If you want to touch what's on there, turn it off first. It's thickening up now, so let's do another coat in areas that need doing. Lock in what's already there and go again. I think we're done. A little bit on a patchy there, and turn it off. Is it off? It is off. There we go. We now have a thick tree. Nicely greened up. Again, we're going to lock in what we've done so it doesn't fall off. Remember, don't soak it. Just give it a gentle spray just to lock in what's done. There we go. One humongous tree. Obviously, you can add additional stuff. The yellow on those trees that I showed you previously, that was using yellow flock like this, so I could get some of this and literally just sprinkle it on, which I am going to do now. So I'll just I'll move that to one side, and we'll get the helping hand to hold on to that. Let's tilt the camera up slightly so you can see better. There we go. So we've got a coating of the spray on, and this is all you do. Get a tiny pinch between your fingers, and just from a distance above, just literally sprinkle it. Don't put loads on, otherwise it'll look unrealistic. Tiny sprinkle, like putting icing droplets on a cake. Simple as that. That's it. I think we just go a little tiny bit more around that side. You probably can't even see it. It's that fine coming down on the camera. So a nice bit of a yellow flowering on the tree. That's it. Don't want any more than that. Literally tiniest sprinkle on there. Let's put that to one side. And again, what we'll do to lock that in, I'll just tap it to get any loose off. There is a few loose bits coming off. Let's just put that in there again. Rightio. So I'm going to lock that on now. So just like hairspray locks in your hair shape, what you're doing is you're locking in what you've put on that. And there we go. One tree all greened up and flowers. Simple as that. Yes, you can also use fine turf mix to sprinkle on if you don't have the applicator. That's to Dave Swindon. Dave asking, adding that applicator to my Christmas list, says Donegal Rail Dad. Can also be used to make grass tufts. Indeed it can. There is a link in the description of this video which takes you straight to the WWScenics product of this grass box. I can tell you now, it's not an affiliate link. I'm not getting anything from it. It is literally a direct customer link, just so you don't have to go searching it. So if you're interested in one of these are brilliant. Get one today. There are a couple of different ones that you can get as well as this. Some come with packs of stuff. The basic box just on its own, I think it's about £35. I can't remember when I looked. Freaking awesome, says Weber Model Railroad. Wow. I'm getting one, says Leicester Station T. Highly recommend it. You've seen the trays I've done on this layout. This is the same way I've produced them all. The effect is just incredible. And it's cheap as chips to produce. That's one brilliant tree. The most expensive thing is obviously the box. The spray is a little bit dear, but the amount you use is next to nothing. If you want to repair, you can get stems. Talking of stems, what I do have, and I'm going to be doing this in a separate video on its own, I do have the WWScenics tree set. This is the summer realistic tree kit. I've got one of them here. This does have Seafoam in it. It does have some of the scatters, but what it does have, it has plastic armatures, like you can see there. You snip these little bits off, and just to use literally the trunk of the armature, and then using the glue, which I don't think it comes with the glue. I think you have to get the glue. You can then add sections of Seafoam to the armature stalk to make your trees. Brilliant kit, especially if you want to test it out. There are 4 different ones. There's the winter, there's the autumn, there's the spring, and there's the summer. I think there's another one as well. I think there's Dead as well. I think there's 5. These are really good kits, well worth it. So this, not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. Will I do a separate video on this? I'm not 100% sure, but keep an eye out on the channel for this. So has this made you think about having a go? If it has, then I've basically shown you how simple it is to be. These little bits, as I said, the bits do go everywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to dust that on there. Because what I always do is these bits that are left over, as I said, it goes everywhere, don't it? I get these bits and I'll put them in a pot, and I'll have a mixed of everything that's mixed, and it's ideal to have. So I'm going to put this back over on the layout now, in the place, if I can remember where the hole was. Whereabouts is the hole? That is the question. There it is. Should have known it was there. Turn it around, that's the wrong way around. I'll place that, not glued in yet, obviously. Let's get it into position. It is going to go there. I'm just trying to get it to sit right. There we go. Hopefully that'll sit right. So I'm going to switch camera now to this camera so you can see the tree now on the layout. And there it is. That is going to be its pride of place on the layout. Let's take you in for a closer look. Nice tree. It's actually shaped, would you believe it, for the trains to go past. That is lovely on there. Fantastic tree. Nice big tree that one is. These ones on the other side are a little bit small, but I felt like I needed a really, really big tree on the layout. And if I wish to, I could still paint the trunk to give it more realism, but I'm not going to stick it in yet because I've not done the fencing and such behind there. Safety on the line. Well, this area, going to have quite a lot of trees along here, and probably some smaller ones, which we're going to look at. And obviously I've got the trees over the far side over there to do as well. But what I'm going to do now is I want to have a go at doing some little bushes with some colour. Let me just get my pot, put these bits in. There it is. There's my pot, stick that in there. So lots of different colours, lots of different styles that can be done. So let's have a look at what people are saying in the chat. Let's catch up with chat. Awesome says Leicester Station TMD. Howard Promfit is in. Good evening, Howard. Scrolling back now to see if I'd make sure I've not missed anybody. New girl called Teresa Green. Don't throw away any seed parts. Grind them up. Makes great ground cover under the trees. I never thought of that. Fantastic, CSX. I'll have to. I've got lots in the box, but there's a few little bits I've got in the bin that I can just rescue because that bin's only just been emptied. Sometimes spray the Seafoam with Sleeper Grind, gives a nice dark colour. Yeah, well, so we're already there. England Lionesses have just scored. Excellent. Good luck to them. Sorry I'm late. I was working till 8, says Clybridge. Never late to the party. I need to do some trees from my layout. Now this is a great tutorial to learn. You're very welcome. Thank you very much, Dave. Looking through. Wow, that's good. Did you enjoy my video from the Coupar Model Railway show? I've not watched that yet, Clybridge. I've got lots of catching up to do. Don't spray the activator anywhere near the glue with the top removed. Yeah, because it'll seal the top of the glue. Indeed. Everyone's saying hello to Dave. I said wear a mask even in a well ventilated. Yeah, if you're using it a lot, if you sat up here for a few hours doing lots and lots and lots of trees, yeah, I would recommend wearing a mask. But just the odd one and the odd bush, it's not too bad. It's quite well ventilated. Where I'm right above the loft hatch, so air is blowing straight up from out the bottom of the house to the outside window. That applicator is pretty cool. What is it called? Boxcar. So this applicator is called. It helps if I'm on the right camera. It is the Pro Grass Box from WWScenics. Electrically charged. Yes, indeed. Not sure. Boxcar will be on the side. I'm picturing a mouse in a box paddling a Van der Golf generator. Excellent, Flymo. Adding that applicator to my list. Yeah, read that. Shocking experience. You can use the fine turf mix to sprinkle on. Yes. Make me some, Jason, says Gary. Wow, freaking awesome. Easy peasy. Jason is the boy with the sun in his hair. Looks so real. It does. Does WWS ship to the US? They do, but they don't ship any of the aerosol products, and I'm not sure if the glues do either. But I think these their applicators and stuff like this, they're shippable to the US. But if not, if you want to query that, get in touch with Martin Rees. He'll show it, or Sam, or Northern Rails 44, who was here earlier. That's Craig. You can get in touch with him as well. Get in touch with them, or even join the WWS Facebook group and ask your questions there, or even go on their page. They will answer as soon as. Just put together a WWS deboiler. Yeah, you get them free with orders over £25 at the moment, I think. WWS do worldwide shipping and free on UK orders over £25. So their website says, yes, indeed it does. I'm going to look up what he's got. I like it too. Jerry, I think Vinny bought a static grass applicator from them. I think he did, actually. I'll be bare again when the Deltic passes. I've used a static grass applicator on Seafoam. That's Mick of Edgeley Park Station. Yes, it's night here. I'm in North Yorkshire, says Howard. North Yorkshire. Excellent. The site looks awesome. Fantastic. Yes, thank you very much. Flymo's just posted the link. So yeah, the link for this Progress Box is in the description of this live stream video. If you just want to go straight to it without search the website, please do check it out if you want to get your hands on one. So let me bring you back to the other camera now, and we're going to have a look at doing some little bushes, like hawthorn bushes. That I don't know what they're called in the States, but we call them, they're like hawthorn, the spiny bushes. With basically, they're a weed over here in the UK. But they're very good. You get a lot of them at the side of railway lines and in wooded area. So this Seafoam is just as good for doing things like that. Also for the likes of Budleia as well, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to dig into here and find some little tiny pieces that we can use for bushes. What can we use? I don't want to break up a tree that's already in use. There's some little pieces. I can see bits at the bottom if I pull all the big clump out. Yes, there's some bits at the bottom. Any other bits in here? There's a piece. It's all stuck together. It does stick together very, very easily, this stuff. So I'm just scooting through, find any loose tiny pieces. That could be a good one. That could be a good one. We'll pick out the best pieces. Right, so let's put that to one side, doesn't get damaged. So let me tilt the camera down a little bit more. Move that forward. So here I've got a selection of broken bits, break-off bits of Seafoam. Now what I'm going to do is, this is for bushes as well. Now, if I just switch back to the other camera actually, and I'll show you what I mean by doing bushes. So just there, as you can see, right under the edge of the bridge, we've got some overgrowth bushes there. Okay, and a little bit underneath that tree as well, bottom of that tree. So this is kind of what we're going to be doing. It's just a tiny piece. You can see it's very loose. And that's the sort of thing we're going to be doing here now with these small pieces of Seafoam. So back to the main camera. So I'm going to have a look at what we've got here. There's a nice tiny piece there. Might not look small, but compared to my hand, there you go. It's a really tiny piece. We've also got another little tiny piece there. But what you can do is, say the likes of this that we've got here. We've got quite a biggish piece here. You can either have that as a regular small tree, or what you can do is you can do the whole thing and then cut it up into smaller pieces. Okay, that's one. We'll keep that one over there. I think we'll go with these little bits here. Just looking, these are a bit flat, unless I can spread them out. Actually, that's not too bad actually. Let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, that's actually all right. Right, so we're going to do this one first. We're going to do all of that, and then we can snip off the bits that we want to use as bushes. Crossways Point Junction, member for 13 months at level 1 conductor. He's showing off his membership. Thank you very much. If you want to become a channel member, please do so. It's very much appreciated. And talking of channel members, that's just reminded me to do shout out number 2. So before we get cracking, let's do shout out of the show number 2. So, shout out number 2 tonight is a channel with only 26 subscribers. And I think it deserves, I definitely think it deserves more. Just checking it's got anything in its about section. Not necessarily, but this channel has only got, let me just have a look. I think it's only got a handful of videos on it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos stretching over the past few months. So 27 subscribers. Let's see what we can do about this next shout out of the show. It is indeed channel. The channel name is called John Ray Ortiz. Now he does appear sometimes in the chat. I know he's not in the chat right now today, but he does appear in the chat from time to time. So thank you very much to John Ray for joining us. Check out this channel. I can see the subscriber numbers are already jumping up. But I got the potential that this channel is going to be a belter, displaying this model railway. I'm not sure if his railway has actually got a name as of yet, because he's not mentioned it anywhere as of yet. So stay posted on that. There may be some additional videos coming very soon, which will maybe show what is his layouts, the model railway is actually called. Well, check it out. Johnny at Ray Ortiz. Again, apologies, Johnny, if I've spelt your name wrong. Please feel free to get in touch with me to correct it. But yeah, shout out number 2 goes to. Oh, we're already on 31 subscribers. Fantastic stuff. Excellent. Check it out when you do subscribe. Interact with the channels. Click the bell. Select all. Yes, interact with the channel. Drop him a comment on his latest videos. Tell him you've heard about him on YouTube Tuesdays with me, Barnabas Junction. And give him some thumbs up. I'm sure he will much appreciate it. That is shout out number 2. So moving on then with these, we're going to be looking. Let's have a look what people are saying. Done. Excellent. Only 26. Let's hit him up and encourage him to make more vids. Absolutely top-notch stuff. Totally agree there. Let's get on with it. So, where's the piece? There it is. This is the piece we're going to be looking at now on this. We're going to create some little tiny bushes. Now, the bushes you could have in gardens, like say at the side of railway lines. You can have them pretty much anywhere. I've got lots of bushes yet to add on this layout, especially around me pub. More to go on around this church as well, and other places around the layout. One thing I'm going to be doing a lot of bushes for is the rock face, because that is going to be getting a revisit soon. Not in this series, but soon. It's going to get revisited, and some overgrowth is going to be added to that. Whether that'll be part of Series 7, not sure yet, or I'll get cracking with that when after Series 6 is finished. But bushes and, how can I say, spiny growth, overgrowth, undergrowth, that sort of stuff is what we're going to do. Now, this is a part, in my opinion, that you don't need to focus on colour of stems. What we're focusing on is primarily the bush of this. So, let's get cracking. I'm going to see if I can let's see if we can get a different colour. How about a different colour of grasses? Let's see what I can find. Autumn 6mm. What's that one there? 4mm muddy. I don't think that would necessarily go on a tree. 2mm with flowers. That's not going to work. What else have we got? I'm trying to find stuff. I've only some are 4mm, some are 6mm. Surprise! I think that's the only 2mm I've got. What's that one there? Oh, that's black flock. I didn't know I had that. No, looks like we're going to be sticking with the 2mm summer. I think that's flock. Yeah, that's flock. And that's flock as well, isn't it? Let's double check. Yeah, that's flock. But we could use that on the... No, not on this. Just looking through now. I don't think we've got anything more. That should be in there. I don't think we've got any more other... 2mm. I don't want that one. Muddy. What's that other one? I've just seen it. There it is. Patchy. Could do a bit of deadness. In fact, we might have a go at that one. The 4mm patchy. Let's see how that comes on, because you can layer different grasses on during this. So you can put a bit of patchy on, and then if you're not happy about it, you can go over it with more of a greeny colour. So 4mm patchy. Okay, just tilt the camera down so you can see a bit better. 4mm patchy going on. I'm going to trial this, see how this one turns out. I'm just breaking the, because they are quite in a ball. Just basically just scrunch them up in my fingers and they break up. If I was doing large amounts, a deballer would be recommended. John Ray's at 35 now. Fantastic stuff. Well done, everybody. Right. Obviously, we're not doing much. So I'm just breaking the balls up of the grasses. This might be quite good to give it a bit of a dead look. So we might have some bushes that been weed killed, basically. So I'm just breaking up these balls of the grasses because they do, due to the static with them, they do go in, and any moisture as well can do it. Can send them into a ball. I think that's okay. Spread that about. Right, let's move that to one side. Right, so we're going to do, remember we're concentrating on these, so not necessarily going from underneath on this, so we're going to concentrate from a kind of an above shot. So let's get the layering. And again, same with the spray, we go from above. There we go. Don't know if you can see it. No, well, I'm talking rubbish, you're not going to see that, are you? So here we go. Let me move my phone because I don't want bits all over my phone. Power it up. Remember, don't touch that plate when you're switching it on or while it's live. I'm going to go above. Just see how the 4mm. Yeah, I can see it lifting. With it being thicker, we need to go a little bit closer. I can see it lifting. Might not necessarily work. Just give it a shake. There we go, let's loosen them up a bit. So we will layer, we will add some greenery on top of this one. Not as much greenery as we do with a tree. The brown is on, the patchiness is on them. Okay, let me turn that off. Alright, so we'll lock that in, that bit that we've done. Okay, just like that. I'm going to tip that back in there, finish with that now. So we've got a bit of patchy on there. We're going to go back to the summer. And so you can, I'm sure they do a 1mm as well, which more would probably be a lot better for doing trees. But I've always used the 2mm, and the results have been, as you've seen today, super excellent. Right, let's quick another, in case it's dried. There we go. Power it up. Now remember, we're only putting a little bit on, and this will be because it's lighter now. I literally, you can see how far from the box, and that is lifting up onto it. We only want to just give it a little bit, not too much. They are greening up nicely now because they are a weed. They won't be. We're not creating a tree. There we go. Turn that off before I zap myself. And we'll lock those in now. Let me just just put that down a second. I just need to wipe the nozzle tip on this. There we go, there's a cloth there. That's it. So just tap off any excess. Now we lock it in. That's it. Let that set. You see, there's still quite a lot on there. Didn't use hardly anything. There you go, zoomed in. So that's created a bush effect. You could keep it as like that, as a tree itself. We're going to be using these as bushes. Simple to do. We get a stem, and we literally just snap it off the stalk, like so. And there is a bush. Place that down because these are still a little bit wet. Choose your piece. Snap it off. There's another one. Little bush. There's two together there. There we go. That's quite a good one, that one is actually. That one, I think we'll stick that one together into one. Twist that round. Yeah. There's a little bush. And you can bunch these up together to create a large bush or even a hedgerow. If you can get it thick enough together, you can create a hedgerow. Let me just, I'm moving these around. Right, let's, I'm going to bring you in for a closer look. Get rid of the bits I don't want. And I've actually left a piece behind. Let's get that piece in as well. And they are still sticky, so they are sticking together. Let's see if I can pick them all up together now. Yes. That's all the little bits together. There's a bush. Simple as that. And you get them. You can put them down. You can glue all the stems together using the super glue or any super glue. And then place them on the layout wherever it is you want to put them. So I'm just going to place that down there. It's still a bit sticky on my finger. So I want them all to stay together. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, using this glue, I'm going to get the tweezers just to hold them together. Okay. Just to get the ends together. Drop a bit of this super glue on them. Use the activator spray. Take it, as he said, remove the super glue away from the activator. Just spray it. That's set. I can see it that it's set already. I'm just going to add a little bit extra. Don't worry about it if you get it on your hands. It doesn't make any odds. Just don't get any super glue on your hands. That is now set. Oh, it's fell out. There we go. That is now super glued together as a bush. And we can place that on the layout wherever it is we want it to go. I think that's not a bad place. It's not a bad place at all there. At the bottom of there. Just put it into place. Let's switch the camera and I'll show you just where that randomly just stuck that on the layout. Let's see how it goes. So there's that one, and here's the one we've just done. Literally just stuck it down there. I would take you a bit closer, but the camera's wires tangled up. Hang on. There we go. Simple as that on how to make bushes. And that's free to move around until I'm happy with my actual placement that I want it to go. So if I wanted to, I could pick that up from there and I could move it, maybe put it there. Might be happier there with it. Maybe not. Maybe put it, just lay it down underneath there, turn it round. It's a bit like, I suppose it's similar to liching. You just have a bush like so. More realistic bushes than using liching, which I have used in places, but I've never really been a big fan of liching. I prefer to do something like that. Very realistic and more fun to produce. So before we go any further, always put the lid on the glue, unlike what I don't do. Fantastic, says Digger. You make it look so easy and simple. It really is. It's easy and simple. You've just seen me make those on the stream. Trust me, if I thought that was difficult, I would say. Well, that is, I did not know how to produce trees like that at all. And I do it every single time now. I love making trees. I love doing scenics. I love doing the bushes and stuff like that. Because when you end up with finished results like that, it really inspires you to think, I did a good job of that. I'm going to do some more. And it just goes on from there. You will get better. You will find better ways to do it, maybe easier ways to do it, but that is how I've done it. Mick says liching is better on structures. Rightio, I'll take that advice because I don't know. I have got liching and I always end up not using it, really. I find myself not actually using it. So that's interesting advice from me. Thank you very much, Mick, for advising us on that. So let's have a look at chat. You make it look so easy. Bramblebush. That's it. That's what I was thinking. Cheers, Mick. Lance, if you do it enough, it's simple. That box does make quick work of it. It does. It looks thorny too. Yeah, indeed, it does. It looks thorny. It's got that bramble look to it, like currant bushes. Yeah, Flymo. Stockton Junction, good evening. But yeah, it's just so... windbreak for the hobos. Yeah, it's sticking out, getting the light. Nice one. Jason, did you add the additional colours to the trees by hand? I noticed that tree has yellow on it. Yeah, that was using I added the flock. It's a bit of yellow flock. I literally just showed in the stream. You might have not been watching that time. Literally, just get a pinch of that, spray it with the layering spray, get a little pinch of that and just literally sprinkle it on. And the same with, if you look at these ones, you see the red in these. That was, if I can find it, that was this red flower flock. It's actually in there. That was using that. It's in that tub. That's all I did. There is bits on the floor. I haven't actually hoovered them up, but I thought I'll leave them on the floor. It looks like apples on the floor. But you can see the red flower flock on those. There you go. Nicely zoomed in. Gives it a lovely effect. And to tell you now, looking at it in person, it looks even better than what it does on the camera. And looking at the screen now, that looks actually really good on the camera. And you can see there's a bit of mixture of the red and the yellow. And you see the red there, that's quite a lot of dusting on there. That's because I stuck the trees in before adding the colour. So I had to do that afterwards. And that's why there's quite a bit on the floor. My hat's off to you, sir. Great show. Thank you very much, Weber. Still think to the right of the tree on the level surface should be a garden centre area for a focused DIY building. Yeah, could be. I've got some ideas about what's going over there, but I've got to kind of scratch build something first before I can decide whether to go ahead with it. Rightio. So I've got a few things to show you before we finish the show. We have got another shout out yet to do. In fact, shall we do the next shout out? I think we should. So here we go. Third shout out of tonight's show. Oh, that's a bit high up, isn't it? Third shout out of the show tonight. Who is it going to be? Well, it's a channel that I'm stunned. I talk about Scenics. When I saw the thumbnails to this channel a couple of weeks ago, I actually thought I was looking at real photographs. The channel is by a chap, and the channel name is Roger Beckwith, and the layout is called Renton. He's on 711 subscribers of now, but this guy, he should have thousands. This guy should have thousands. He has not actually done, surprisingly, many videos. But this layout is just incredible. The thumbnails are very much, look, the photography for the thumbnails is like very much like real life. And I was stunned. It's an Engage layout, so for all you Engagers, this is a channel definitely for you to check out. Renton is the model railway. It is an Engage layout. Let's see if we've got any about. Nothing on his about section, unfortunately, so I can't really give you much more information about that. The channel name is Roger Beckwith. I know his subscribers are already going. He's only got 7 videos on this channel. 7 videos, 712 subscribers. Wow. It just shows how amazing this layout is. Boxcar Jerry says, Engage is up my alley. So it's getting quite dusty up here, so I'm just getting a quick drink. Good evening, Ivor the Engine. Tremendous stream. Oh, I love. Yeah, that comment itself deserves some thumbs up for the stream. So yeah, check out. What a fantastic Roger Beckwith. Absolutely, if you ever come across this video, absolutely stunning layout. Please, let's see some more videos. I really would love to see more of that layout, Renton. It is phenomenal. And your Scenics are just excellente, sir. Fantastic stuff. Up to 723 subscribers now. Excellent. Brilliant stuff indeed. Right, so, excuse me. Yeah, don't forget when you do subscribe, as Digger's just announced, make sure you drop a comment on the video to show some interaction with the channel. Also, click the bell. Definitely, 100% you need to click on all, so you do not miss any more videos that this guy releases on that layout. Even if you're not an Engage modeler, you still should subscribe to this. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Adam Kerr says, done, Jason. Toot. Leave it out, Ivor. Encourage Roger to post more videos. Yes, encourage Roger to release more videos. Go on his videos and comment about what you think about that video, and just obviously let him know where you've heard him. He's had a well-deserved shout out on this YouTube Tuesday. This guy should have way more subscribers than some of the big channel names out there. I think this is phenomenal, this layout. Tree Models just said subscribe. Fantastic. Hemel subscribe. Stockton subscribe. Excellent stuff. Jason, now member of the special. Oh, you're gonna have me crying with laughter. Some of these jokes are tremendous. Fantastic. Right. So, where were we last week? We were indeed at the DRS Open Day. There were lots of. In fact, I'm just showing it up. There's my little tub. There's my tub of off bits. Don't lose much, but I use that for other bits. That's why. So yeah, it was a DRS Open Day, an amazing Open Day. I did snap up a few things. But before I got the chance to snap up a few things, I got donated something. And I felt like absolutely slapping the bloke that donated it to me. It was something he bought on one of the stands that were there and said that it deserves its place here at Barnabas Junction. Now, there is one other person, and he was in the chat if he hasn't fell asleep, that knows what this is already. And I'm sure if he is there, he's giggling now because he knows what's coming. There he is. Ha ha. He's putting ha ha. Yes, Jeff, you know what it is, don't you? If anyone's got any idea what it might be, I'll tap it. So it's solid. It's a solid product. If you think you know what it is, just put something in the chat now. Or if you're watching on the after stream, drop in the comment before I actually show this on the stream. Any ideas what it is? Bearing in mind, I'll take it was Chris Bauer. I'll just say it's Chris Bauer of Westhill Wagon Works. Totally unexpected. He disappeared. And then he came back with a gift. He says, "Oh, I bought this for you," and shoved this product in my hand. And I looked at it, and I swore at him. I actually swore at him. That gives you an idea of what it might be. It's only a small product. It's only 5-6 inches long, 3 inches wide. So it's nothing large, but it's what it is. Let's have a look what people... Timo says a coach. Clyde Bridge reckons a DRS sign. If it was a DRS sign, I wouldn't have sworn at him, would I? I'd have probably kissed him. Just got back in from another day with the grandkids, says Charlie Particle. Hello, Charlie. Hope you had a good time. A nameplate, says Mick of Edgeley Park Station. Digger, a DB Schenker sign. A DRS fan. A DRS plaque. No, if it was DRS, I would have kissed him. I wish it was. I wish it was a DRS plaque. Well, you pretty much hit the nail on the head, Digger. Between you and Mick, yeah, you've got it. Do I need to say anything more? Chris Bauer or Westhill Wagon Works, you've got some answering. You really, really... Digger, oh my God. Yeah, I felt like slapping him out of the event. It is good. I'll give you the benefit of that. It's a resin printed DB Schenker dribbling Barnabas. DB Schenker plate. So it's fully red. You can just see it is resin printed and then painted. Love it, says Effingham. Put it on eBay. If you don't want it, Jason, I'll have it, says Clybridge. Oh, it was a gift. I never give away gifts that people do, items that people do gift me, unless it's for a particular reason and they've basically told me that I should do. Anything that I get gifted, I won't give away as such unless they say I should or it was okay. But yeah, Chris Bauer, Westhill Wagon Works. Cheers, pal. I'll treasure it. Not. I couldn't believe it when he gave me that. And so Jeff Reedman, he says, haha, he knew what was coming when I said he gave us something. He did get Jeff something, a little something as well. Safe to say it won't be going on the mantelpiece. How right you are, Digger. So it couldn't have been worse, Jason. They could have made you a Manchester United sign, up the Reds LFC, down the Red Devils United. Yeah. So there are I don't know how it's been done, but there are little holes where it can actually be mounted. So I don't know. Maybe I could put it somewhere, find somewhere to stick it to. I might be able to place it somewhere, put it on one of the beams. It won't be going on display on the layout, that's for sure. But yeah, cheers, Chris. Appreciate it. But anyway, that wasn't it. I did grab a couple of things. I didn't really go there with the idea of buying much, but one thing I did want to get, the back of the toilet door, yeah. One thing I did want to get, and I didn't get, and that was a coach, a DRS catering coach. I saw it on offer on one of the stands, and I thought, there was two of them there, and I ummed and ahed over it. I shouldn't have done, because I went away, came back 15 minutes later, and both of them had gone. I was like, no! I wanted one. There was another one on another stall, but it was like another £10 more than the ones I'd seen. So I made a mistake. I should have bought it. But hey, stop there. I have since managed to acquire one at an even cheaper price than what it was at the event. That should actually be arriving tomorrow, so I'll feature that on next week's show. And I need to tell you about the company that it's supplied from, because they do something absolutely incredible. So more about that next week. So that'll be on next week's show. But I did get a coach, and it's quite a good one to feature with my, wherever they are, they're over there, my Network Rail coaches. I did get this. It is the Network Rail Mark 1 structure gauging coach. Now this was up at £30. It was on one of the fantastic stalls there for £30. I went up to him. I said, would you take 20? He ummed and ahed, and he came back to me and says 24. And I went, sold. I think it was 24. Was it 25? I think it was 24. 20. Let's say 25, because I can't. It was 24 or 25. I said sold. So it was up at 30. I got it for either 24 or 25. I can't remember now. But yeah, absolutely. This was a bargain. This was. So it's the R. In fact, R4. I can't read it. R4994 Network Rail Mark 1 structure gauging coach, number 975081. So that will go nicely with my other Network Rail coaches. So I've got 3 of them now. And obviously I missed out on the DRS catering coach to go with my DRS coaches. But one thing I did notice, there was a couple of stalls that did have the DRS engineering coaches, which I've got. So I've got the full 3. And they were going for silly money, really, because they were really going for silly money. I wanted to add maybe 1 or 2 more before I saw this anyway to that rake of coaches, but I was no way I was paying £50 for a DRS coach, no chance. So yeah, well chuffed about that. That was about it. That's, as I say, I didn't go really to spend much, but I saw a little bit of a bargain bucket going on. Everything in this box was £1. Nothing more was £1. It was called the pound box, and there was some great little stuff in there. Stuff that you would pay a lot of money for, really, £10 to £15. They were all going for £1. And I had a rummage. There wasn't really much fanciful for myself, but I did get this. It's a warning limited clearance sign. I'm going to stick that above the loft hatch to warn people, or myself, or anybody that comes up into the loft, to mind their head. Warning limited. That was £1. It's metal. It's a metal plate. So I thought that was all right. That was good for £1. Can't argue with that. Great little sign. And I say I'll put it underneath the bridge, so when you're coming up the ladders, you don't bang your old noggin on it. So, me back. So I had a great day at the event, and I didn't pick this up from the event. I got told that there was a parcel for me. Got a message from Chris Bauer. He says, I've got a parcel for you, by the way. I said I'm still at the venue. He says, all right, I'll drop it off at home. And he did. He dropped it off at my house, left it on the doorstep for the wife to pick up for me. And unbeknown to me, to this Chris, I am totally and utterly stunned about what's in this box. Now, Chris has recently released Westall Wagon Works hunt coupling. Hunt couplings for the Batman Voyagers. Now, I did order these myself because I wanted them for my Batman Voyager. As you can see with this one, I've actually done stuff. So these couplings will be featured in an upcoming video on the channel, fitting these, and basically it's a review of these new 2 coupling packs. It's the Delner pivoting multiple working couplings for the Batman Voyager. Those in there, and also, if we just shake them down, the coupling pack for the coaches of the Voyager, the 220 and 221. I have done those. I really recommend you watch the video when I release it in a few days. You're very lucky, really, because when I filmed them, in doing so filming, I found out the problem I was having with my phone when I was doing live streams. For those, if you did watch the live stream from the DRS Open Day I did, it was very choppy. I found out what the problem is with my phone doing live streams. I've reset all the camera settings now. Because what happened is I actually filmed the review video for this. Okay, all done. Took me over an hour and a half to film it all. The actual video is about, when it's chopped down, it would have been about 25-30 minutes long, the review video on these. When I went to take them off the phone onto the camera, they were all corrupt. So I'd spent nearly 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours, doing all this filming, fitting these, reviewing these, to find my video was corrupt. All my video clips were all corrupt, apart from one. Was absolutely furious. I thought, I'm not filming all that lot again. I can't, because they're fitted now. But then I found there was a setting on the phone that somehow had been activated, and it turned all my video and live streaming into HDR 10 plus quality, which the phone was struggling with. So everything, the phone basically was overloading, and it wasn't recording properly or live streaming properly. So now on my phone, whenever I do future live streams, it should be crystal clear. So stay posted. I might do some random live streams soon on my phone. So anyway, back to this. I ordered these, okay, and this turned up. Bit big for those, isn't it? That's because the very generousness, hold tight to yourselves, the very generousness of Westall Wagon, the guys at Westall Wagon Works. Totally unexpected. I did say we're going to be getting some of their warehouse, their TMD stuff in the future, and I was planning to once we revisited to get some of their stuff. Chris said, I've got a parcel for you. Dropped it off. Got home after the event, opened the parcel, and my jaw dropped. This is the generosity of Chris Bauer, Chris Hunt, Westall Wagon Works. He's donated all these items from Westall Wagon Works for me to show you guys, and hopefully some of this stuff will be coming your ways. We will be having some giveaways for some of the products on here. We'll be looking through, I'll be going through all this stuff bit by bit. Definitely anything that I won't be making use of, I will be doing as a giveaway, either in this series or in next series. But my God, I could not believe it. So Chris, Westhill Wagon Works, thank you so much. This was totally unexpected, totally uncalled for, but 100% appreciated. So thank you so much. I still haven't gone through it all. I'm still gobsmacked. I'll just pull some stuff out. Soldermate. I don't know if anybody has seen these products. What's that? Workshop detailed storage trays. What else have we got? Back-to-back wheel gauge. What we got here? Mail bags. Key clamp safety railings. This is just a small amount. Even figures. I don't want. They are. What figures are those? Pack of detailed workshop workers. I can't believe what's in here. This one. This will be a prize. I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity anywhere on this layout to actually use this. It would help if I have it the right way up, doesn't it? And that is the Westhill Wagon Works hard standing with rail chairs, single road. Amazing products. This will probably be one of the giveaway products. I'm just stunned. What we got here: milepost network rail style. Obviously, this is the shiny of the packet. There is just so much. What we got there? Street bins, four-sided street bins. This box is just so deep of stuff. Even randomly, an O gauge safety railing. That is an O gauge one. Besides that, so that'll be a random prize for somebody. I will, in time, go through it all. What we got here? Barrels. There's no label on that. It doesn't say it's some blue barrels. This stuff, a lot of this stuff, I have no idea what it is. Modern pallet racking, 2 pairs. They'll come in useful. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming soon on this station showing these products, reviewing these products. Because the least I can do is review them for Westhill Wagon Works, just very generously, just delivering them unexpectedly. After me wanting to order some couplings, being my first, these are my first hunt couplings that I've ever actually properly used on the layout. I have experienced the odd coupling in the past on other people's layouts, but to have the very first own couplings, there will be a review video. I have managed to recover the corrupt video, so they will be coming very soon. Look out for those on the channel if you're interested in them, and I recommend you watch them. Watch that video. So again, thank you so much. Right, wow, what a show! What a show indeed. Just take that off the screen. Fantastic stuff. I hope this video has been useful. If anybody wants any more a shorter video maybe of specialized video, I might just really do a small snippet video on doing these as an extra one. Or if anyone wants any advice on what I've shown you today or how I've done it, if you didn't quite catch out how I've done something, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Flint Hills Model Railway, Jeff Hammond, thank you very much for the £1 super chat donation. That is so greatly appreciated. Indeed, absolutely. Thank you very much indeed. So I don't think I just check on the chat because I didn't see the chat while I had that box. I'm just still stunned, even though I've had that nearly a week. I'm still stunned on that box. Just looking back at it now, incredible stuff. Could have been worse. They could have made. Yeah, I've read that. Back of the toilet door. Yeah, Velcro in the case you want to take it down and move it. Oh, that's a good idea.
Good, yeah, good evening here from Oswestry Road TMD. Good evening, thanks for joining us. Didn't spot you up here. Stockton saying bye. Good idea. Well, you keep well, Stockton. Yes, indeed. Like me, I bought a Mark 1 blue-grey corridor composite at the Cooper show. Is it Cooper? As well as a DVD Newcastle Liverpool 4788. Oh, that's good. Bingo, if you don't hassle a bit. Yeah, you've got haggle. You've got haggle. Class 800 couplings can also be used on Pendolinos. Really? Ooh, someone saw someone do that. Right, that's interesting. Because I'd like Pendolino couplings. Do Hunt make the NEM pockets too? I don't actually know. They may do. I know you can get NEM pockets separately, but I think they might actually. Flint saying, "Oh, Jeff's only just appeared." Oh, cheers, Jeff, for jumping in. Building time, yeah, definitely. Wow, awesome. Outstanding West Hill Wagon Works. I've got the solder, mate, says Mick. First time I've seen a lot of this stuff. Wow, it's like Christmas. What a great score. How kind of them to do it. I know, I am just overwhelmed. There's just so much going to be coming from the channel over the next few months. We may end up a series focusing basically on West Hill Wagon Works products. I might just do a special series on their products. We'll wait and see. Thank you very much, Digger, posting in the links for all of today's shout-outs. Got a large D to NEM converters. Right, there we go. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Been a fantastic show. If you want, if you want to any more information, ideas on these trees that I do, don't hesitate to get in touch. You can get in touch with me on email, barnabasjunction@gmail.com. If you know me personally, feel free to drop us a message via Facebook Messenger. Always willing to have a chat with anybody that needs advice. If I can offer it, I will give you some advice. What you do with that advice is up to you. You either take it or you can leave it. Peter says, although with the 800 couplings on a Pendolino, you have to cut out the hatch on the front of the Pendolino. Yes, they're non-removable. Super Show says, hot dog pilot. Jason, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. It's been great to have you here and to chat with you all and show you how it's been done. Obviously, I've still got lots more trees and lots more to do on that embankment. We're edging really closely to the water. I did put a post out on the community tab asking people about what water products you've used. If you've done any, please visit my community tab and drop us an idea of what water resin products you've used, if you have used any. I do have a couple, a top 5 list, and pretty much everything that's been mentioned already are in my top 5. But I'm always interested to know other ways that people have done water effects, water stuff like that. So we will be edging closely. I've got a pillar to finish. I've got the footpaths either side, and obviously the bushes and railing on that side, and at the far side too. And then it's water time. Will we get to the water in this series? We'll have to wait and see. It's getting on a bit now, the amount of episodes for this series. I don't like to do series too long, but I will do my best to try and get as much of this done so we can possibly get the water done in maybe towards the end of this series, or I might just get on with it between series. Maybe we'll launch the next series with the water done, because obviously it's going to take some time to get that water perfected. Still got plenty. You've got riverbed to put in and stuff like that, and weeds as well. But anyway, that's about it for tonight's show. It's been great to have you all here tuned in. Remember to do thumbs up the video if you have enjoyed it, if it's been entertaining, if it's been a value for you. Please do smash that thumbs up button and share it with your friends, family, dog, fish, cat, rabbit, pigeon, dove, whatever you might know, your grandma, granddad, your grandkids. Share them with everybody to show how simple it is to produce trees for your models. So it's not just for model railways, it's for any form of modelling. Could be your diorama, something like that, of anything. So thank you very much for joining us. again this week. We will be back next week, next Tuesday from 8 o'clock for the next episode of YouTube Tuesday with further developments. We'll see where we end up. And remember, we will have another coach to show off on the show next week. So until next time, everyone, you take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for the very generous donations from DRS68 and Jeff of Flint Hills. It's very kind of you to send over those super chat donations. Remember, you can become a channel member if you want behind the scenes footage of what goes on. As I'm actually doing this work in between shows, those of you who are channel members, you get to see obviously what I'm doing before the public do, and other things as well. So please do check out the perks. There are 2 new perks coming to the channel memberships. Check them out. I haven't given them any details yet, but they will be better obviously than the previous perks. Look out for them soon. So until next time, everybody, take very good care of yourselves. I will see you again next Tuesday here from 8 o'clock UK time. So until then, take care, stay safe, and keep on modelling.